Hey, what is going on guys, and welcome to a new video. Yesterday, Digital Foundry's Richard Ledbetter unveiled that the upcoming Microsoft Project Scorpio will make use of AMD's Freesync technology if you connect the Scorpio to a Freesync monitor or a Freesync TV. So, what to make out of this? First things first, what is Freesync? Well, in order to understand this, we first must know what vertical synchronization or VSync is, which is the current standard. I am well aware of the fact that some of you already know this, but there are maybe viewers who don't, so bear with me here. Vertical synchronization is the process in which the image sent from a PC or a console to the display is aligned or synchronized with the refresh rate of the TV or monitor. The majority of monitors have a refresh rate of 60 Hz and so do TVs. That means that both can output 60 frames per second at most. So if everything runs smoothly, then the console puts out 60 frames per second and the TV is also showing during 1 second the same number of frames. This is the perfect or ideal gaming experience. There are also monitors with higher refresh rates like 100, 120, 144 or even 240 Hz, but to achieve those frame rates you will need a monster PC, which not many people have. So for the purpose of this video, let's stick with what most people have or use. Now, to understand VSync better, here are two different scenarios. Scenario number 1. VSync is active, but the game can't deliver 60 FPS to the display. What happens then? Then you experience judder or micro stuttering. The game somehow lags, and depending on where you are in the game and how demanding the scenery is for your system, you will experience sometimes 60 frames and sometimes less. It is a very inconsistent experience and destroys the immersion. Normally, if the native refresh rate of the television can't be displayed, the frame rate drops to 50% of the refresh rate, which is 30. And this is very unpleasant for your eyes. Scenario number 2. VSync is turned off. If in this scenario the frame rate output from the console or the PC can't keep up with the native refresh rate of your display, then you won't drop from 60 to 30, which is a good thing. But what you will now experience is the phenomenon called screen tearing. While the display tries to keep its native 60 Hz refresh rate, the input from your system is, say, 50 FPS. So the display will try to refresh faster than what is possible. This results in images looking like this. Ugly, isn't it? Okay, now we can talk about what Freesync is and what it brings to the table. Freesync is a technology that works only with AMD graphics cards, and Project Scorpio will have an AMD GPU. The similar technology for NVIDIA graphic cards is called G-Sync. So, what does Freesync do better than VSync? It's pretty simple. If the game can't hit exact 60 or exact 30 FPS, then the Freesync technology will eliminate the micro stutter or judder and also the screen tearing by synchronizing the display's refresh rate with the frame rate that the console or the PC puts out. If the game runs at 50 instead of 60 FPS, then your display will refresh with 50 instead of the normal 60 or 30 Hz. In order to take advantage of this technology in the Project Scorpio console, you will need a FreeSync monitor or FreeSync TV. FreeSync monitors, or the NVIDIA equivalent G-Sync monitors, are more expensive than normal monitors, so keep that in mind. As for televisions, as far as I know, there are no FreeSync televisions on the market at the moment. So this is clearly something that is intended to take off in the future. AMD even calls the technology that comes with the Project Scorpio Freesync 2. It's their FreeSync technology now also being able to handle HDR. So in the future we will see FreeSync HDR TVs and monitors. As for my take on this, I think it's a nice thing to implement because this microstutter and judder or screen tearing are really very unpleasant things and can destroy your experience completely no matter how good the game is. It also means that game developers can implement better graphics in their games. Why is that? Well, a game like, say, Uncharted 4 runs with 30 FPS. But as I see it, the game is capable to run at higher frame rates than 30. It is maybe not able to run at 60, but certainly could manage 40 or 45. The problem is that if the developer Naughty Dog would have kind of unlocked the frame rate and have not used the current VSync technology, then you would have experienced screen tearing all over the place while having your 45 FPS, which would be not a good experience. So that's why they opted for the locked 30 FPS. With FreeSync, they could open up the frame rate and not worry about judder or screen tearing at all. But, and that's a big but, we have to keep in mind that the majority of the gamers who are also console players will have to buy new displays in order to take advantage of this technology. And that is something that might backfire, as the Project Scorpio, as far as I see it, has to try and appeal to as many consumers as possible, and you normally don't do this by implementing a feature which to this point only a minority of the player base can even use. You basically soft force the Scorpio users to get new displays, while some of them probably already got new 4K displays in order to be able to take advantage of the PS4 Pro. So in the long run I think that the FreeSync technology will fly, but maybe it would have been a smarter move to wait until the next generation of consoles, when there will also be a decent number of FreeSync TVs out there. These days you can read the argument that there are already many gamers using their consoles with their FreeSync monitors, and so this will be no problem at all. Well, I am a little bit more reserved about this, as I think that gamers who have FreeSync monitors now are those who do competitive gaming and play with 100 plus FPS. Normally those are not your average console gamers, but more or less hardcore PC gamers. So not sure if this argument about gamers playing on their FreeSync monitors really flies, but I also could be wrong on this one, of course. Okay guys, this is it for now. Hope you liked the video, and if you did, then just give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more stuff to come. See you next time.